All right, good morning. We are going to use the big bowls today. So we have it pumped up enough. You can just push your hands in and it's still quite firm. What I use to hold and stop it rolling around the room is my magic circle, but you can use anything that it just sits in nicely. Otherwise, or if you're on carpet, that might not move around at all, but otherwise that just keeps it nice and out of the way for you when you're not using it and when we're going to do some leg work. But let's do our warm up. Hopefully everyone's good. Take our arms up nice and wide. Clasp our hands. We're pushing up, 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 up through the waist and the shoulders. We're going to have that big breath in. Fill the whole lungs. And out. And in. All the way up. And out. All the way out. One more. And out. And bring our arms around. I'm going to go on the side so you can see how I roll down. So we're going to do our roll downs. We've got a big shoulder roll at the top. We're going to put our chin on our chest. And then we're going to fold our hands down on our legs. We're going to keep our legs straight. Just go where you feel that tension in the back of the thighs and float your hands. We're going to look at our top of our legs. Pull that belly button in. Lift up a little bit from the waist. And then we're going to drop down into that tension somewhat. Belly button in. Lift up a little bit from the waist. And down again into that tension. Belly button in. Up we come. And down. And belly button in. Up we come. The last one. Hopefully you're already quite significantly lower than you were the first one. We're going to bend our knees a little bit. We're going to keep looking at our body while we fold our hands up our legs. And a big shoulder roll at the top. And we're going to do what's called rowing our boat. So shoulders over. Going to roll down again. Chin on the chest. Exactly the same way. Taking our hands down our legs. We're going to put a bend in our knees and we're going to grab our elbows. And we're going to keep looking at our body. We're going to straighten one leg and push the other hip out. And we're going to row past with the elbow, the straight leg, and swap. Straighten, push the hip out and row past. Straighten, push the hip out and row past. Now I see all kinds of varieties of these. As long as your shoulders moving, your hips are moving, your ankles moving, you're all good. But if you've been in a kayak before, and you know what that feels like, that's what we're aiming for. We're digging our core right down, getting our boat moving. And you know that takes like so much of your body. Obviously, you're not using your feet, but you still get that hip rotation. And we're going to go 3 more. Last one. Now we're going to grab behind our calves and we're going to bend our knees right down, down, down. And we're going to pull our face in between our kneecaps. Looking at the wall behind us. And we're going to float our hands up our legs. Keep our chin on our chest. And we're at the top. Beautiful. I always love to do a hip opener. So come down on the mat. We're going to have our knees wide and our toes put together at the back underneath our butt. We're sitting on our heels and we're going to just come up. Yeah, and we're just going to come down. Straight up. Straight down. So while we're up, I want you to be mindful. You're keeping that belly button in and your butt is tucked. So we're nice and strong through the core. And 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, so we're going to bring our foot up there should be like a little indent on your mat where your knee just was. So I want you to try and start here. Your heel needs to stay down. So if your heel lifts, then you're going to move your foot slightly away from your body a little bit. This depends on hip rotation, leg length, all kinds of things. So we're going to come up, same movement. You may need to adjust your foot a little bit and then down. But we want that heel to stay down. We're going all the way down and up and down. Same again, you're keeping that belly button in and the butt tucked when you're at the top. And 4, 3, 2, last one. Beautiful. I'm going to take this leg out long, and I want your toe is facing forward and your foot is flat across your mat. And we're coming up and down. This might be a little bit hard for those that have quite weak thighs, but we only do a few reps, so don't panic. Just make all the noises that you want, because I can't hear you. I can't see you. And hopefully there's no one in your house that can, that might get worried that you're all right or not. But be a snake, like and hew it, and do whatever helps you get up. 3, 2, last one, and bring that knee in. Okay, we're going the other side. So you should have that indent, and remember you can move your foot away, depends on your hip rotation or your leg length. And we're going to come up and down. If you've had a lot of ankle injuries, you might notice it's really hard for you to keep your foot down, but this is working on that inner strength of your ankle, and it's working on your knee positioning and your hip flexors. So 4, 3, 2, last one. And take that leg long again. You want your toe pointing forward and your foot along the mat. So the outside edge of your foot is a little bit up. It doesn't have to be flat. And I'm coming up. Three, 2, the last one. And bring that knee. Bring your legs together. And we're going to stand up. Might be a little bit jelly already. All right, we're going to grab our ball in our hand. We've got our hands on each side of the ball evenly. And we are going to take the ball. We're going to keep our eye on the ball, bring it straight in front of our face. We're going to take the ball up. We're going to take our hips forward, butt squeeze, belly button in, and over we go. And down to our belly. And again, face level. Watch it as it goes higher. Hips forward, belly button in, butt squeeze, arch back as far as you can. And we have 4 more. So, face level, watch it as we go high. Push the hips forward, squeeze the butt, pull the belly button in and arch back as far as you can without losing your balance. And the last one. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to keep it up at our waist, chest level. And we are going to just have our feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. And we're going to twist, pulse. Our hips are staying forward. And we come to the middle and then twist, pulse. So we're going to keep looking forward. Don't look at the ball because otherwise your hips will follow. And we're just getting a nice spine twist here. Twist, pulse. Two more each side. Beautiful. The last one. So personally, I use a 55 centimeter ball and I'm 5'7". So taller can go up to a 65, shorter uses the 45. Yeah. I'm going to do one last thing on the arms. We're just going to have it straight up and we're going to do little circles around our head. Doesn't matter which way because you're going to go the opposite direction anyway. And 4, 3, 2, the last one, and around the other way. Trying not to move our head with it at the same time. 4, 3, 2, last one. And we'll bring that down. Okay. Let's start with, we're going to sit on the ball. Okay. So where we're sitting is on our leg third of the ball. So we're not in the middle. We don't have our thighs on. Our thighs are off. We have our legs not quite underneath our knees, so you've got them a little bit further away. What we're going to do is we're sitting up straight to start, and we are going to rotate our hips. Let the ball move with you, and you're going to land just the lower back. And then we're going to push the butt into the ball and come up to nice and tall. The belly button is in, and we roll, and the ball comes with you, and then back. So just to the lower back. You can have your hands just in front of you. And rotate it. And we're focusing on our belly button being in. Nice and tall. And then rotate. This is why we like to open up the hips. Well, I like to open up the hips. Not sure if you do, but I do. Because it just helps with all the other movements in class, especially if our knees are a bit looser, hips are a bit looser, then makes a lot of the movements a lot easier. 2 more. Last one. Okay. We'll bring our feet back a little bit closer to us, and we're just going to work on some balance. So I find it easy to have my hands on my hips, bring our feet a little bit closer together, and we're just going to work on the one leg. We're just going to lift it. Now, what we're not going to do is rock through the body. So we're just going to lift, 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 lift. 4, 3, 2, last one. And we're going to swap legs. Lift. So if you find you're really struggling, just lift a tiny little bit and lift slower. So don't do the 8, do maybe 4. And 3, 2, last one. We're going to take our feet a bit further away than they were the first time, because we're going to be putting our whole back on, so your ball needs a bit more space to move. We start with the same movement. Take the lower back on. Here, you may need to adjust your feet. So we're taking our whole back on. You feel like your butt cheeks are really on the edge of your mat. But you want to be able to have some strength in your feet because you're going to push your butt in and your legs come quite long. You may need to adjust again as we go back down. So we rotate, full butt, full back, and then push our butt in to come up. Beautiful. And roll. And push that butt in. Feet a little bit far away. And push. Three. Two. Last one. Beautiful. We're going to progress a little bit more again from that. So we're going to our full back on. We're taking our hands up to the ceiling. Our eyes are going with it. We're taking our head over and our arms are coming at the same time. As far as you're able to go with your own range of movement. And then your hands are coming up first. Then your head is looking forward. Push your butt in and up we come. A little bit harder, your head gets a little bit heavier as the blood comes through the top of your body. Over we go. As far as your arms will allow you to. Hands come up first, head next. Push the butt in, up nice and tall. Beautiful. And again. Eyes watch your hands. Over we go. Hands first, and then your head. Over we go. And three more. Stretching our spine. Feels so good. Upward. Two more. Last one. Oh. Beautiful. Well done. Awesome. Okay, we're going to come off sitting and go onto it's kind of like lying. So I've got my knees right at the very end of my mat. I'm not sure how long your mat is or if you're even on a mat, but we are going to just flop over the ball. Take our hands to the front. Legs are zipped up together. Otherwise, you're not going to fight, like you'll work it out, but your balance will not work out. So we're going to take ourselves over. We're going to walk. Our hands, our feet have come off the ground. And we're coming to here. So where you're going to end up right now is your hips are on the ball. This is not what we want. The next part is probably the hardest part of this whole movement. We're going to dig our knees, and where we're going to end up is not quite right. Okay, so you're going to dig one knee in, lift the other leg so that you can move the ball back some. There's no real easy way for me to explain that. But you dig one knee in to push the ball back and the other knee lifts off the ball. So it's, it takes some getting used to. I'll give you guys a couple of seconds to get it right. If anyone is struggling, what we want is our feet just on the edge of the ball. So this is why you need to have your legs zipped up together. All right, what we're going to do from here is we're going to take the ball out long. What you'll find now is your knees are around about the center of the ball. And we're going to pull back in. And then we're going to go out. And in. And out. And in. And out. Beautiful. And 4, 3, 2. Last one. Going to keep our legs out long. Arms are staying straight. We are going to let ourselves roll back. Keep your arms straight, 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 straight. You can be a little bit in the shoulders. Let your head come down to the mat. Okay, arms are staying straight. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, pull yourself forward. Okay, let's go again. Arms are staying straight. Look, if it's really, really hard, bend your elbows once you just can't cope anymore. And then lift the head and then straighten your arms when you can. So if you need to, I'll show you, you can drop them and then lift them. We're keeping our core really strong through this movement. Head, shoulders, forward. Nice and long. Real upper back, shoulders move. 2 more. Beautiful. Last one. Don't bring yourself forward. Drop your elbows. Just sneak them back towards you a little bit. So they're underneath your shoulders. And we are going to push into our hands. We're going to lift our elbows. And then we're going to drop them. And lift. And drop. And lift. And drop. I know you hate me right now, but there's only 3, 2, 1 more. And we are going to walk ourselves back off the floor. Beautiful. All right. So whatever you're using to hold your ball, we're going to grab that now. And we're going to place that on the floor and just place our ball inside. If you have amazing balance, you don't need the ball. You know what, when I'm recording, I'm not going to be stupid enough to think that I do, because it's going to end up that I don't. So I'm going to use the holder as well. You don't have to. I'm going to guarantee that you're probably going to hate me after this step, but you know what? It's for your body, so you can hate me, but love the work. We're quite close to the ball here. We're going to lift our foot and place it on top. If you have terrible balance, you're more than welcome to have a chair or something to lean on here. We're taking our knee down and up and down and up and down and down. And 4, 3, 2, last one. We're going to just move that same leg a little bit further away. Sorry to have used the one that's not facing the camera. Hopefully you can see in the mirror, because this is my worst balance side. So I just want to get it out of the way. So we've moved a little bit further away from the ball. Okay. What we're going to do, a little bit of a bend in the straight leg, and we are taking our body over. You may not get very far. It's very hammy. Take yourself over nice and slow till you feel that stretching, and then lift. Don't go too far, because the lift up is for real. Whoa. Sorry if I'm putting you off. Let's go again. It's very hard to talk and keep your balance sometimes. So we're going over as far as we can, but be mindful about that lift up. And because these are a lot, we're just going to do 3 more. 2. Last one. Oh yeah. Give that a good flick out. We're coming a bit closer to the ball for the other leg. Lift our foot on. And down we go. Staring down that spot on the floor. And 4, 3, 2, last one. Going to take our foot a little bit further away. Stretching back to our ball. Little bend in that front knee. Find your balance. And we're going to take ourselves over. Find that stretch. And then up we come. Don't be overly ambitious because, like I said, and you notice that up is for real. My balance is ridiculous this morning. Three more. Last one coming up. Upwards. Oh yeah, give that a good shake. Good shake out. Okay. Let's go back on the back. We're going to lay down. Oh, okay. So our feet positioning in laying down here, we can see our feet, they're not going up to the middle. Your heels are on your body side of the ball. Your toes are probably quite near the middle and your legs are hip width apart, okay? So we're gonna start with our lower, your knees are over your hips as well. So that gets your body right. We're gonna do our lower back arch. So just get on your shoulders properly, just arching that lower back off. You might only just have like a hand space that you create because your legs are up, and then rotate those hips so you can pull imprint and pull your belly button in. And up you go. At the top, also pull the belly button down. I'm just going to move my arms so you guys can see my arch. Belly button in at the top and in at the bottom. And in. So I don't prompt breathing, but if I was going to, I would be breathing. How am I breathing? I'm breathing in on the down, and then I'm breathing out on the up, and then in, pulling the belly button down and out. And 2 more. The last one. Okay, I'm going to take our legs long. I'm going to let you move that ball back to touching the back of your hamstrings to start. Okay, so we're going to take our hands next to our side and we are going to take our hips straight up. So push our legs in and take our hips up. Belly button is in, and then we're dropping down. So this is your base level. If you are a little bit more, you've been doing Pilates for a while, you've got a little bit more strength, we're going to take it to the mid calves and we are going to push the heels in and lift. Belly button in. that's your area. If you are even, you've got a bit more flexibility, a bit more strength, you want to take your heels to exactly on top of the ball and you want to push your heels in and lift. So choose your area. Try and go a little bit harder than you usually go and then drop back if you're not able to. Don't maintain that, but always challenge yourself. Lift and lower. So the top is belly button in, butt tucked. Keep that core nice and strong. And 4, 3, 2, the last one. I'm going to walk that ball back in so that it's touching the back of your thighs. Beautiful. Okay. We are going to lift up. We're going to stay here. Everybody's going to stay in this position. It's just getting a little bit annoying, excuse me. And we are going to lift one leg as we lift up. And then we are going to lower it all the way down. We're going to try and come down evenly and not let the ball roll like I just did. So that we can try and stay symmetrical through our body. So push down the legs and up and down and up and down. So if there's a super hard, just lift a little bit, but try get your hips all the way up. We've got 2 more. The last one. Things we need to remember sometimes with Pilates is the move might be super hard, but we do like 6 or 8 counts. So it's not forever. And the benefits outweigh that moment of, I don't know what word you want to put there. Put your own word there. 4, 3, 2, the last one. Beautiful. Okay, last thing in laying. We're going to take our feet back to that original position. Knees are over our hips and our feet are where we can see them hip width apart. We're going to do our full shoulder bridge. So we're going to take our arch with our shoulders off, looking at the wall behind us. And we're going to imprint the spine, scoop, push your heels in. Don't let your legs go further away. Belly button in, butt tucked, looking down the length of your body. And then we're rolling down like we do, like that piece of dough being rolled out by a rolling pin. And big arch with the shoulders off. And imprint. Push your heels down. Okay, I'm going to give some advice because some people, without realizing it, they have their feet way out here. What this is going to do, it's going to kill your hammies. Don't do that. Make sure that you're keeping your legs above, and if it's really hard, even sneak your feet a bit closer to your butt. It just takes that hammy action away. All right, so you will get them going, but we'll so do that little arch. Big arch. A little jig, 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 jig through your thighs as you come down. That's completely normal. Because you have unsymmetrical sides of your body, what's happening here is because it's an even workout, your body is going, they're having a little struggle because one leg's normally longer than the other. So it's okay. It's just doing a bit of a aligning. Here's our last one. Belly button, butt tucked down. Beautiful. And legs nice and long. Right into your butt. And nice and long. And into your butt. And 3, 2, the last one. 3, 4. Let's bring our ball out and come up whichever way works for you. We're going to go into side lying. So my ball has lines in it, and I get real funny about, I make sure that the center line is lining up with the center of my body. Not all balls do, and not everybody cares about that kind of stuff. So basically we're going to take we've got our good alignment, take our leg out, we're going to lean our hip on the ball and swap over. You should be completely upright, like side lying. And we're going to start with a lift and lower. If you're able to, just have your arm off. 4, 3, 2, the last one. Going to hold that leg up. We're going to allow our top body to curl in. And then take it back out. If you need to have your hand on the ball, you can have your top hand on the ball. So we're curling in. Your ball is moving a little bit. Your back is going arched. Your head is coming towards your knee. And 3, 2, the last one. Beautiful. Drop that leg down. I'm going to quickly come onto our stomach before we do the other side. As we have our knees. So if we put our hands on the middle of the ball at the top and then just sneak them forward, we're going to drop our stomach there. So we've got our ladies slightly resting, but just to the outside of the ball. We're going to take our hands on our head. We can tuck our toes for balance if you need to. We're going to twist. One elbow is going up to the ceiling, the other is coming onto the ball. Twist through. The ball can move with you a little bit. Twist through. Just position your body so your legs aren't being squashed. Or your, I don't know what to call it for the men. Nice little spine twist. We'll go 2 more times each side. Last one each side. Beautiful. And we'll come up to the other side. This is the last move of the class, and then we hit our mermaid. So we've got our good side line. Make sure your body's in the center of the ball. However you're going to manage that. Take your leg out directly long. It's not a little bit forward, it's not a little bit. It's in line with your hip. The hip is going straight down. You can place your arm if you need to. Otherwise, lift it. We're going to lift them up. Beautiful. And 4, 3, 2, the last one. I'm going to hold that up, and we're going to come in. Your ball moves back a little bit with you. If you need it for the balance, you can keep your hand down and your top hand on the ball. Otherwise, we try. Keep hold, do balance. And 4, 3, 2, the last one. Beautiful. All right. Hopefully you all managed that okay. We're going to pop the ball back out of the way and whatever you have. I'm going to hop into our Z sit. I don't really know how to explain this, so just have a look at my position and try and mimic it. So we're going to take out, so we've got our good A frame coming out, hands in line with our hip, basically an A, drop our elbow, hands going straight up to the ceiling and coming straight over. Mermaid, be very mindful. You don't want to be flopping forward, you don't want to be flopping back. Mermaid is great for correcting your posture. You feel tighter and taller. Well, it doesn't correct your posture, sorry, but it helps you strengthen your posture, I suppose would be the correct word. It's the same here. Basically, your hands straight up to the ceiling, then straight over, and you've got the good A frame in line with the hip. And over. And we want to strengthen the muscles. We want to make sure we're doing everything correctly. So we're keeping our core nice and strong. Our belly button is pulled in. And we're staying in that good line. One thing I used to say all the time, I haven't said it in ages, is what you should feel like is at the top here. I probably have my head a little bit forward, is that you could feel like you're a puppet. And this hand can pull your head because you're so in that straight line. Swap our legs. Over we go. And swap. Good A frame, straight up to the ceiling, straight over. One more time each side. Last time. That's all we go. Really keep an eye on that posture. You're not flopping forward or back. Don't cheat yourself. And coming up for our roll down. All right, so we do the same roll downs as we did at the beginning. But what I like to, because we are more flexible now, what I will say is if you are not reaching the mat, you just do exactly the same. You try and get a little bit lower every time. If you are reaching the mat, that's what I'm going to prompt. So we're going to take our shoulders over, chin on the chest. We're going to fold our hands down. Our legs are staying straight. Remember, just get to where you can. If you're reaching the mat, we're fingertips now. Belly button in, and we're lifting up slightly. We're still looking at our legs. If you're reaching the fingertips, we're going to reach the knuckles. Belly button in, lifting up a little bit. If you reach the knuckles, you're going to turn your hands. You're going to put your fingers down, inside of your fingers, lifting a little. And now we're going to do the palms. Push and bend to the knees a little bit and up the top. You're not reaching the mat now. If you continue with the videos, you will reach the mat soon. Just keep at it. We're going to do our baby elephant. Chin on the chest. We're rolling down. A little bend in the knees, floating our arms, looking through the legs. And we're going to sway the knees and the arms. You know what? You've got a big day ahead. So just clear your mind right now. Think about nothing. Just sway and breathe. Have a moment just for you. You've done some hard work on your body. Now just relax your mind. Another 2 seconds. The last one. We're going to bend our knees again, right down, 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 grab behind our calves, pull our face in towards our kneecaps. And then we are going to keep looking at our body, fold our hands up our legs. Now do this one very slowly. Head spins can come after an inversion, which we just did with baby elephant. We're going to do 2 big rolls back, shoulder rolls. And the other way. And we are going to hug ourselves because you've made time for yourself. And we're going to just give it a little shake. Shake it out. You've made time for yourself. You show yourself some love. They reckon 8 hugs a day we're supposed to have. So you can give yourself about 6 of them right now. All right. And hopefully you all feel longer, stronger, bolder, ready to take on the day. Thank you for joining me.